All right. Hello, hello, podcast friends and family. It's another week, y'all. I done lost count of the episodes. I meant to have that in my head today, but yeah, it is what it is. Y'all know me by now, right? Well, this is LaShawn with Legacy of Love, your reconnection life coach, where I help women who are living with loss grow through their grow through their grief and step into their happiness with passion and on purpose. And for those who are watching us on YouTube and video land, you're probably like, okay, who is this? Who do we have? This girl just bring us some people, and this was cute. Okay, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the lady that is right here next to me. Her name is Misha Reed. She is a native Topeka. In 2013, she became interested in trauma sensitive yoga, a form of complementary alternative medicine, and how to help survivors of sexual assault. That year, while competing for Miss Kansas, that's why she's so cute, her platform was rape culture, the education of consent. In 2017, she became a 200-hour registered yoga teacher. In 2018, she started her own business, Yoga on the Go. And in 2020, she graduated from Washburn University with a bachelor's in family and human services and a certificate in trauma and recovery. She currently works at YWCA as a shelter advocate. For fun, she loves to binge watch TV shows, listening to music from the early 2000s, playing with her three dogs, and eating that yummy stuff we call ice cream. So, you guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, all of y'all out there in podcast land, help me welcome Misha Reed.
Hey.
Welcome, Queen. How are
Hello.
you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing lovely. Now, I just read a whole bunch of stuff about you. You've been busy.
Yeah, I have been.
Just a little bit. That is super fantastic. That's a lot of accolades there. So I want to get into it. I want to get into who you are and why you've gone down the road you've gone down and all that fun stuff. So I read a lot about your experience and your drive to help those who have experienced sexual assault and domestic violence.
Mhm.
Does this come from a personal place?
It does.
It
Ah,
does.
it does.
So you want to take us on that journey just as comfortable as you feel, a little bit, give us a little bit of that background?
I can do that. Um, so for me, it started, I mean, um, I guess relatively young. The summer between high school and my first year of college, I was assaulted by someone I had gone to high school with. So that's 17. And then my birthday's kind of weird. So I turned 18 that August.
Oh, okay.
So then the following year, when I was 19, I was raped by that same person.
Oh my goodness.
And then, so that's 19. Um, not too not too long after that, I wound up with my first official boyfriend. And I thought, you know, things were going to be great.
Yeah.
And I wound up being swallowed up
Wow.
um, by this person. And throughout the 3 to 3.5, 4 years we were together, it was emotionally violent. It was physically violent. Lots of name calling. Um, I just kind of lost myself.
Yeah.
I literally, um, I was at home one day and I looked in my bathroom mirror in tears, and it's like I just didn't recognize myself.
Yeah. Like you were living someone else's life.
I was.
This surely wasn't what, you had planned for you, right? This
No.
surely, why would this be happening to you? So yeah, yeah. So as you were going through the horrible abuse, because abuse is abuse, emotionally, physically, sexually, it's abuse. When was enough? When did you say, you know what? I'm not going to live this life that wasn't meant for me to live anyway. I'm going to go find my true happiness and get out here and do what I need to do. I'm going to strive for all these things you know, that I just mentioned that you've accomplished, right? Take us through that journey.
Um, well, for myself, um, like many other survivors, um, that relationship was really hard to leave.
Mhm.
And what ended up being my saving grace, I think, is he moved, and he moved far away. So, at that point, I thought to myself, because I had done so much for this person, and I had gone through so much for this person, and um, at what really drove me is at one point I asked them, do you love me? And he said that he didn't know.
Wow.
And I think up until that point, my biggest fear was not being loved.
Hmm.
Um, and so when I got hit in the face with that, I thought, well, I have officially, I guess, conquered that fear. It's already happened. I've already faced it.
Hmm.
And so they moved, and from there on out, things just kind of got better. I decided um, I was looking into yoga,
Yeah.
and I was really interested in helping other people who have dealt with the things that I've dealt with.
Hmm.
And I was taking classes at Washburn University, which is in Topeka, which is
Yeah.
where, like I told everyone, I'm from.
Hmm.
And so I was doing some research, and then I took a class. It's a 6-month long program where I became a 200-hour registered yoga teacher.
Nice.
And then shortly after that, I got a job teaching here in town. Shortly after that, I decided, I always kind of wanted to start my own business. So that job kind of went under. And then I thought, well, this is a good time to start doing what I want to do,
Right.
or, learning how to do what I want to do.
Hmm.
So I started my business, which it's not teaching trauma sensitive yoga. I just want to put it out there. I was actually teaching yoga in nursing homes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
It was a lot of fun. Lots
Right?
of fun. The clients were just amazing.
I
It was so much
bet.
fun. It was so much fun. And then I was also going to school still, and I had been in and out of Washburn for years, right? And it seemed like everything that I had tried, um, it just didn't really work.
Hmm.
And so I was in the human services department one day, and I saw a flyer that pretty much said, like, hey, Misha, you should do this. This is
Right.
everything you want to do.
Hmm.
And I knew immediately that was for me, that I
Mhm.
could do it. It was something, it literally spoke to me. It said, like, you can do this.
Right.
This
And
is
everything
your
that you've gone through,
Mhm.
it just makes you be able to do that, not because it's not pleasant experiences, but still it's experiences of life. So while
Mhm.
you're doing your studies, you're able to relate. You're
Mhm.
able to even understand the abusers,
Mhm.
So I mean, how was that? Like, take us on the studies journey. Was it as I think it would be, like, very, like, you were just able to step in there and just really absorb the information, do well, throughout each course that, kind of like, I really can't wait to go to class. And a lot of us don't feel like that.
Yeah,
you know?
finally, I was taking classes that, I mean, I have taken some classes that I've enjoyed, but these classes were so relatable to my life. And I was so interested. And I mean, I was looking forward to going to school.
Right.
I was, raising my hand a lot in class, answering
Exactly.
questions, and, you know,
That is
it just
so cool.
it just worked.
It does.
Everything was working.
It's aligned. It's like you're aligned. I mean, it's bad as we don't like bad things to happen to us, but I'm also a person that believes that bad things didn't happen to me just because they need to happen to me. Bad things happen to me so I can go help someone else. And it sounds like you're in that same lane. And so when you found oh my goodness, I can get a degree in this thing that I'm passionate
Yeah.
about. Okay, let's do this. You know what I mean? So I love that. I love that. It's kind of like I say, people turn their pain into their passion, right? And my heart goes out to young Misha that had to go through and endure. But I am so thankful for how young Misha turned into this beautiful woman to go out here and help others in that space of trauma and sexual abuse. So thank you for doing what you do. Thank you. So let's talk a little bit. So is you said the yoga that you teach isn't trauma sensitive. So is there is there a specific type of yoga that you teach, or is it just general yoga?
Um, so I taught at a few different places in town,
Mhm.
and the style that I taught was called restorative.
Restorative. Okay.
And it's exactly what you can imagine it to be. It's slow paced.
Hmm.
We spend a lot of time in each different pose, so you really relax into the pose instead of trying to force yourself
Hmm.
into a pose and feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
A lot of times I would have people fall asleep in my class, and I thought that was the highest compliment. Like, I'm so glad you are relaxed.
Like to the
Uh,
utmost, right?
yeah, yeah. But then at Yoga on the Go, when I was teaching in nursing homes, it was kind of like general stuff the that age of clients could do,
Right.
and we focus a lot on meditation and a lot of breath work, um,
Okay.
and just wanting to add something to their day that I thought they could benefit from.
Absolutely. So yoga on the go, give us a little bit about like what do you do? That's still your business today. So does that mean you are actually going to different areas within the Kansas City metropolitan area or Kansas area teaching, or what does that mean? Yoga on the go.
Yoga on the Go. So it we've been on hold because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
They shut all the nursing homes down, and they really tightened restrictions for visitors.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
because, yeah, and so because I wasn't an essential worker. I kind of got put on the back burner, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Um,
The door open when it's supposed to, right?
yeah, everything. I kind of look at life like everything will work the way that it's supposed to work.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, while I was doing yoga on the go, it was great. And I really hope that I can pick it back up.
So, okay, so maybe I misunderstood. So yoga on the go was just going to the different nursing homes
Yes, I'm
locally?
sorry. I didn't explain that. So,
Okay,
yeah, I was
that's
traveling.
awesome.
I was traveling from nursing home to nursing home here in Topeka.
Okay.
And we did like 30-minute classes, and they would be sprinkled in throughout their day, because they have their own events, their own activities going on. And so they fit me in where it was best for the residents. And that's how it worked.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool to be working with our elderly like that. So in my head, I thought you were just on the go. Like I call, I have a group of 5 of us, and then you come. But
I would like to do something like that too.
well, you know what? You may have that opportunity.
I might.
You know what I mean? That's gonna come up. People love to have little small gatherings. Like I do yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not great, but I get down there.
Yes, you are.
I am great. Thank you. Thank you. So I am great at it as I smile.
Of
But
course.
I do believe in the techniques. I believe in the breathing. I believe in the relaxation. I believe in the stretches. You know what I mean? So what I don't compare myself to other people. Like that's definitely a no-no, right? I know that for myself. But when I say I'm not great, it's because I know I want to get to another level. I compete with me. So that's where I was going with the not great.
Yes.
There's still positions that I want to conquer because I'm like I'm gonna conquer you. I can't tell you not. Only position I know is downward dog and the child's pose because I go
Hey,
into that
those
a
are
lot.
great ones.
Yes, I go into
Those are
child's pose.
great poses.
Yes, child's pose is my favorite. But there's other like movements that I am determined to conquer. So I say all of that to say we may have to get a group of us together and go on and get you out here in Kansas City, and we do maybe an outdoor yoga thing, since everybody's still kind of fearful of COVID or whatever, we got a whole summer coming.
That's right.
Right? So what else is it that you can let our listening audience, like what is it that you would want to encourage that girl that is feeling down on herself, that is feeling like, you know what, I've been beat up, whether it's by life or by the physical hand of this person that I'm involved with. I've been abused and treated horribly and misused and used, period. What is it that you would like to tell that particular woman, or men? It can happen to men too, so let's what words would you give them?
I would tell them not to give up.
Yeah.
And that if they just keep going, and even though those situations can feel very isolating, reach out, because there are people who care about you.
Absolutely.
And people who want to see you do the best that you absolutely can. And there are people rooting for you.
Whether you believe it or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is beautiful. That's so amazing. All right. Well, my last and final question is how can our listeners get a hold of you? Because you never know. I just put kind of a plug out there about, group yoga in the park. Somebody might be like, yeah, I want that. And I want her. So how can they get a hold of you? And in case someone wants to do a yoga course or, get on the phone and kind of schedule something out with you. What do you have for us?
You can find me on Facebook. Just search my name. It's Misha Reed, and that's Misha, not E.
I did that earlier. That's why I did that little face. Well, I had both of them in there. I had the I and the E in there. Yeah, our
Some
mutual
people do
friend
that
Jamie.
too.
Our
I
mutual
get a
friend
mix.
corrected me. She corrected me really, really fast. I was like, okay, thank you.
So yeah, search for me on Facebook. Just send me a message if you want to get in contact with me, and I'll respond.
Absolutely. So you guys heard that. It's Misha Reed, Misha.
That's it.
Reed. So
That's it.
find her on Facebook, send her a DM, a private instant message, inbox her, whatever the words everybody y'all use out there. Yeah, I'm older. I don't know. It's just called messenger to
You,
me, but
you got it right.
So if you want to, do a group yoga or something like that, yeah, reach out and see what she has for you. Well, Misha, it's been a complete and total pleasure. I look forward to more conversations with you. I look forward to maybe a yoga class even with a few of my closest friends. I think that would be super duper fun and to get to know you even better. So I just want to thank you again for coming on my platform, for sharing your heart, for sharing your story, and for being just willing to do this and for saying yes. So thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and I hope we get to meet in person.
Absolutely, you will. All right, you guys. So you heard from Misha. So go ahead and reach out to her. Her information will be in the description of both the YouTube video and the podcast. See ya and have an amazing rest of your Wednesday evening and a great rest of your week. Talk to you soon. See you on the next podcast. Hey, podcast friends and family. Hello, hello. Wow. This is the happy hour after show for the interview that was just had with Misha Reed. I
What an
mean,
incredible person.
what an incredible person. Yeah, I couldn't say it any better than that, Jamie. This young woman has truly turned her pain into her passion. She has truly became a victor over anything that has happened to her. And I just, if you guys have not listened to Wednesday's episode, go back and listen and just really listen to her heart. And you will connect just like I did. I mean, you would have to be not living if you can connect to this young woman's journey. So Jamie, tell me, what did you get out of it? Like, tell me, what did you get out of the interview with Misha?
Well, Misha definitely kind of like you, she used something traumatic that happened to her and she's using it to help other people. So I think that speaks a lot to her character and who she is. Like Misha's like one of the happiest, like go lucky. Is that the phrase?
Yeah, go lucky.
Okay.
Happy go lucky.
People that I know. It sounds weird.
I know because we don't use it a lot. I think that's
But
why. Here
I
we go.
and she like definitely took charge of her own life after that. And then also the fact that she stuck with like what she wanted. Like she stayed, like she said, she was in and out of school, so like she was really trying to find her path and like never gave up on that. And then
Yeah.
she said like how she found that flyer and it was just like fate that everything worked out after that. So it was like right
Exactly.
place, right time.
Exactly. So yeah, I really got a lot out of that piece. It's like just because things happen to you doesn't mean just give up. I think she ended the the podcast interview with don't give up, and I think that is super huge. Don't give up, y'all. I mean, things are going to occur, and I'm a true believer in things don't happen to us because we're just these beings being picked on. Things happen to us to help us grow in that space and then for us to go help somebody else through that same thing. Because believe it or not, I used to be this kind of person that, oh, this can't be happening to anyone else. So I would put a mask on and cover up everything that I've gone through. But believe it or not, no, there's other people going through what you're going through and they need you. So don't give up, continue striving, because people need you. There's people out there that need you. Yeah. I am so like, I love the name of our company, Yoga on the Go. I think, anyone who is interested in yoga, you may want to reach out to her. It sounds like she's willing to do group sessions. Um, but we gave you her information. It's all in the Wednesday's podcast. So make sure you reach out to her for that. But yeah, her spirit was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I just know, trauma is there. People do bad things to people, and it's just what life is. Um, and if something horrible has happened to you, or if something horrible is happening to you, I say please reach out to someone. Please make sure you are not suffering in silence because it's not worth it, y'all. It really is not. Um, and then know that you can become a different person, a better person, even though you've gone through hell. You really can. I have several stories, just like Misha. Um, I was molested as a child. I didn't tell anybody that because in my day, if you're touched by a boy, you're the fast one. You're the one at fault. So I couldn't tell anybody that because I would be the one at fault in my mind. Do I know if that would have been true or not? No, because I never told anyone. So I don't know how my mom would have reacted. I don't know how my grandmas would have reacted. I don't know. But that's what was placed in my spirit. So I didn't tell anyone. But I strive to help other young girls who have gone through that. I've been doing that forever, it feels like, just helping them through it, letting them know it's not their fault, letting them know that that individual had the problem. So that I just say different things. You'll hear different parts of my story, my life journey with every episode, but I just say that specifically because I just need you to know that you can't give up. There's somebody out there that needs you and needs you to be here for them. So don't give up because you are a blessing to somebody. Trust me, you are. So I just had to, I know I just kind of got on the soapbox, but it's so much heaviness out here.
Well, like she said, like, even though you feel isolated, like, even if it's not trauma, even if it's like depression or like anxiety, anything that makes you feel like, oh, it's just me, like everyone else is fine, something's wrong with me, you're not the only one that feels that way. So reach out.
Reach out. Get the healing that you need, you know. Like I think we said in the I don't know if we said it off camera or on camera, but it's just so unfair how society has placed all of these expectations on your emotions, on my emotions, how we're supposed to handle them. That's not fair. So you are to handle each emotion in a healthy way. I do believe in that because I don't want anyone destroying themselves out there. You handle it, but you handle it. You go through it. You allow yourself to feel it, and you work through it. And then if you still can't seem to get on the other side of it, if it's not a great emotional experience that you're going through, get the help. Talk to somebody. you
And there
know?
are like the anonymous hotlines, like the suicide hotline. Like
Absolutely.
if you don't want to feel like you can't bring it to your family and friends yet, you can talk to someone
You
that's
could talk
been.
to someone anonymously. Anonymously. I can't say it.
We know what you mean.
Ooh, I knew it was going to me and my words, you know what I'm saying? But yes, there is a suicide hotline. I am looking it up now, 800-273-8255. Seriously, you guys and girls, if you are having any kind of thoughts of taking your own life, know that there are other options. That's 800-273-8255. So, I mean, this episode blessed my heart. Um, it I am so full of joy that she felt comfortable enough to get on this platform and share her journey, share her story. I am so full of joy that I have someone that I can actually hire to do group yoga with. So those friends and family of mine, y'all better get ready because we're gonna get our mats. We're about to do some yoga, and we're just gonna just continue to enjoy life. You know, I mean, that's really at the end of the day is what it's all about. Jamie, what else you got?
I don't. I mean, that was a deep episode. So I don't really.
Yep, it was very deep. It was very deep, and like I said, in this, we will have some really, really deep ones. We'll have some very light ones, but we're here to help the full person. And I would be lying to you if I sit here and said, "Oh, LaShawn is always happy." LaShawn has her moments too, and it's okay. And it's okay for you to have yours as well. Just know how to handle them in a healthy way. So we're going to go ahead and thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, if you have not listened to Wednesday's episode, go back and listen to it. I'd love to hear from you. Message me in the Anchor app, or if you're watching us on, well, nope, we're not even on YouTube on Friday. So, yep, just message me in the Anchors app. You'll see me and Jamie's information in the description, or send us a DM. We're more than glad to hear from you, and we definitely want to hear what is it that you would like to hear from us. What other topics, are you interested in? Please let us know. So until Wednesday, I say you guys have an amazing weekend, a great Monday and Tuesday, and we will see you on the podcast on Wednesday. Bye bye.
Bye.